Hey everyone, and welcome to my Rubik's Magic restringing video. The Rubik's Magic is the blink and you'll miss it event of the cubing world, which means that your favourite puzzle can swiftly become a twisted mess. This video aims to give detailed instruction with visual reinforcement in a concise manner. You probably need to use the pause button frequently, as I only stay on the diagrams for a short while. Okay, so now for a word about tools. Now, a lot of people say to use a paperclip. I find this tedious. However, the universal hook on your Swiss Army knife can be very handy. No, it's not just good for billy tees, it's also good for this. I've had some success with a pen lead as well, using this to pick up the string, and then when this goes over the corner of the magic, they can slide behind. That's okay, but I've actually had the most success with a fork. Try it, trust me. When you've lined your first 3 tiles up, you get your string and perform stringing pattern number 1. The first stringing diagram begins and ends in yellow. When you pull the string taut and perform a counterclockwise twist, notice how the left side of the string in your fingers, light green, passes beneath the corner of each tile and then continues along the top of the next tile so that it remains on the left always. It will always pass underneath the tile in the same way that the right hand string does, which is indicated by light blue. The colours are darker when they pass beneath their respective corners. Counterclockwise twist. Okay. Nice and tight. Counterclockwise twist. Nice and tight. Oop, get in there. Okay, and now you use your chosen tool, pen lead, paperclip, or in my case, fork. Okay, and make sure that they're nice and tight there. Now you flip over and perform the exact same stringing pattern. No changes at all. Stringing pattern number 1, starting in the top left. The second time it can be a little bit trickier though, because you really don't want them to fall apart on you, and I can tell you that it happens all the time. This is a patient person's business. But like a Jedi must create their lightsaber, so too must a master of the Rubik's Magic maintain his tools. Or her. Now, you know if you've done it correctly because it will open and close like such. If not, you need to start again. It's time to add a 4th tile. This time, we're not working with these 3 anymore, we're working with these 3, which means that we're going to apply stringing pattern number 2. I don't really need to explain anything new for the second stringing diagram. It is exactly the same as the first one, except that the stringing begins at the bottom of a tile rather than the top. We're going to be starting with tile number 2 though. Stringing pattern number 2 is exactly the same as stringing pattern number 1, except that you start at the bottom of the magic and not the top. Still need an anti-clockwise twist. Another anti-clockwise twist. And then our new tile just sits in there, hopefully all lovely and stuff. There we go. Okay, so once again, you flip it over and perform the exact same stringing pattern that you just did, which was stringing pattern number 2. Don't do number 1 by mistake. You need to alternate. So, I'm doing stringing pattern number 2. From tile number 2, I've turned it around, Starting at the bottom, counterclockwise turn. Actually, I need to make sure that that little joiner is not near the edge. Minimises breakages, and you really need that with a Rubik's Magic. Okay, I know my hands are in the road, but hopefully the diagrams and just the spirit of this video will help. Here's an easier way to look at the tile formation. If we think of our original Rubik's Magic as being a series of coloured tiles, then if we imagine how we have strung them together so that they are in a straight line, this diagram now begins to make more sense. Notice our stringing pattern number 1 is done alternately, as is stringing pattern number 2. Thus, we string these 3 tiles, then these 3, 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 and as we refer back to the other diagram, we will need to continue another 2 times, alternating and making sure that we string front and back. Continue alternating the stringing pattern, and this will leave you with a ring. Now, if you continue it until you've run out of strings, all 16 strings are on there, yes 16, back and front, then you should be able to close your Rubik's Magic, and hopefully when you open it up it will look something like what you recognise. Now obviously this particular one is not on the pattern that we need, but it's also not far away, is it? There it is. Okay, that's it everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Aussie Jono. Have a nice day.